Hello and welcome to CATEX-TV. I'm Tom Bain in London. It's 4:30 PM in London, 11:30 Eastern Time and 12:30 in Bermuda on today, January the 13th. Today in history, today in 1982, Air Florida 737 took off in a snowstorm, crashing into 14th Street Bridge in Washington, D.C. and then falling into the Potomac River, killing 78 people on board. And today in 1986, a bloody coup overthrew the government of South Yemen, and the repercussions of that are still being felt around the world, as we can see from the Christmas Day underwear bomber on that flight to Detroit. And now to the news. Unsurprisingly, today's main story is that the extent of the devastation from a huge earthquake in Haiti is slowly emerging, with a number of UN peacekeepers among thousands of people feared dead. UN Chief Ban Ki-moon said the head of the UN mission in Haiti and his deputy were among more than 100 staff that are missing. The quake that registered 7 on the Richter scale, which is Haiti's worst in 2 centuries, struck south of the capital Port-au-Prince yesterday. Red Cross say that up to 3 million have been affected. Port-au-Prince's Roman Catholic Archbishop is reported to have been killed. Priest at St. Jacques Missionary Centre in Western France told Associated Press news agency that Monsignor Joseph Sergei Miot had been found dead in his office by fellow missionaries. Describing the earthquake as a catastrophe, Haiti's envoy to the US said that the cost of the damage could run into billions of dollars. A number of nations, including the US, UK and Venezuela, are gearing up to send aid. The quake, which struck about 10 miles southwest of Port-au-Prince, was quickly followed by 2 aftershocks, each of 5.9 and 5.5 magnitude. The first tremor had hit at 9:53 GMT yesterday. That was 16:53 local time, according to the US Geological Survey. Phone lines to the country failed shortly afterwards. UN officials said that at least 5 people had died when the UN headquarters in Port-au-Prince collapsed, and more than 100 staff were unaccounted for and feared to be under the rubble. French Foreign Minister Bernard Couchet said it would appear that all those who were in the building, including my friend at the UN head mission, Eddie Anabi, and all those who were with him around him, are dead. So we'll keep you updated on any developments that come from that as it goes through, but clearly we fear that the death toll from that will rise substantially. Bit of tropical storm news. Cyclone Edzani is now down to Tropical Storm Edzani. It is still in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, the southern Pacific Ocean, but it's sort of heading westwards towards, just towards the western Pacific, and we'll keep you updated on movements as that develops. It's currently got sustained winds of 35 knots, and it's not anticipated to make landfall in any particularly damaging way. The severity of the H1N1 outbreak, the swine flu outbreak, was deliberately exaggerated by pharmaceutical companies that stood to make billions of dollars from a worldwide scare, according to a leading European health expert. Wolfgang Wodarg, head of the health at the Council of Europe, has accused makers of vaccines for the virus of influencing the WHO's decision to declare a pandemic. The Council, a Strasbourg-based body responsible for the European Court of Human Rights, has decided to investigate Wodarg's claims in an emergency debate on the issue to be held later this month. Wodarg said the crisis led to governments around the world ordering and stockpiling millions of doses of anti-flu drugs which were not needed. Wodarg said that there is very inefficient work in our agencies. They made a big panic with bird flu, and they made a big panic with swine flu. The national governments spent billions of euros buying their vaccines for H1N1, so we have to investigate what was behind it. We cannot afford such agencies that spent the money for useless health measures. And likewise, we'll keep you updated on that. Now, Google has said that it may shut down its China operations in protest against government censorship of its search results. The announcement by the internet search giant, which represents a major shift in policy, follows a recent hacking incident that appeared to target accounts of activists using its electronic mail system Gmail. Google had previously said it would obey Chinese internet laws requiring politically and socially sensitive issues to be blocked from search results, but it now says that policy will be dropped. In a statement on Tuesday, Google officials said they plan to talk to the Chinese government about finding a way it can still provide unfiltered search results in the country, failing which it will leave China 4 years after it opened an office there. David Drummond, Google's top lawyer, wrote in a blog posting yesterday, "The decision to review our business operations in China has been incredibly hard, and we know that it will have potentially far-reaching consequences." We'll keep you updated on anything relating to that. Clearly it has an impact for us all as China grows and develops, and technology being an important part of our lives, whether we're in the insurance industry or not. Now, XL Capital has announced it has plans to re-domicile to Ireland from the Cayman Islands, as it became the latest Bermuda-based company to signal its intent to change its parent holding company's place of incorporation. In an interview with the Royal Gazette, XL CEO Michael McGavick said that the main reason behind the move was to lure Ireland's international relationship for doing business with the jurisdiction having membership of the European Union and the Organisation for Economic Development and Cooperation, as well as numerous trade and tax treaties throughout the world. Mr. McGavick said he expected the decision to reincorporate in Ireland would have no impact on the insurance giant's Bermuda operations and staff, but added that some employees from other jurisdictions could make the switch to support the initial activity of Irish business. He said, "We don't expect any impact on Bermuda as a result of this particular decision." The move would also see the parent holding company renamed XL Group plc, and more than half the company's board meetings held in Ireland in the future. This follows a number of companies re-domiciling from Bermuda to Ireland in recent months, including the Willis Group, and amongst the most recent high-profile departure, which was Willis, has included Accenture, Cooper Industries, Walmer Shillcott, and TBS International. So quite a range of companies are moving their domicile to Ireland. And finally today, Tom Bolt, the former executive of Berkshire Hathaway, Gen Re, and Marlborough underwriting agencies in London, so former senior man in London representing Berkshire Hathaway, has recently taken up his official role as underwriting performance director at Lloyd's. He today has given an interview to the London Financial Times, a very in-depth interview in which he talks about a range of things. But I think largely the interesting comment that he made was about the soon-to-be reinvigorated and the recently announced New York Insurance Exchange. According to Tom Bolt, Lloyd's insurers have little to fear from David Paterson, the governor of New York's plans to set up a rival. Bolt said that because all kids play nicely together, getting people set up to work right and care as much about the mutual as they do about their own individual economic interests is a difficult thing to achieve. One of the questions you'd ask yourself is, how much do we want to start an exchange heading into a soft market where price adequacy is going to be less interesting than it has been at other times? So that was a clear shot over the bows, potentially, of the New York Insurance Exchange about pricing. But so it's a very interesting comment from a sort of learned senior statesman from the insurance industry. That's all from us today. We'll be back with you at the same time again tomorrow. Until then,